Good afternoon, everybody. Hi, I'm also known as Isaiah. I would like to first thank the company and our leaders for giving me this opportunity to share my life scenario. And I mean it. Because to prepare for today, I actually had to very carefully look at my life scenario again and redo it all again. Coming to the end of 2021, I think it is a very good time, the perfect timing for me to relook at it and make some changes, make some adjustments so that we can plan for the years, for the next year and the years after coming. When I was told that I was invited to share my life scenario, I was not asked actually. To begin with, my wife was the one who said, accepted it. So when I was invited, I had to accept it. I was a bit reserved. I've done a lot of goal plannings in my life. I've done the life scenario. I felt that it was a little bit personal. So I'm not too sure about actually sharing about it. But after I've done the life scenario, as you have seen on, you will see it later. These are the things that matters to me, and these are the things that I really, really would like to do for myself, and I think most importantly for my family. So before I go to my life scenario, I'm going to have a little introduction. When I was introduced to Atomy with my wife, that was in May 2019. At that point, I was trying to save my drowning logistics company. We needed probiotics, and coincidentally, my introducer came to my house and she brought a box of probiotics from Atomy. Now, I've gotten to believe that everything happened for a reason, and because of the probiotic, we joined in, and I decided to join very quickly simply because it's free. So the only questions that I ask are, what are the join-in fee? Is there any maintenance or auto ship? Okay, is there any annual renewal fee? These are the three questions that I asked. And all three of them are no. So I told my wife, if we are not doing the business, we can join in and just be a consumer. So of course, I had a business to run. I was trying to save this company that I had that was basically drowning. It was not doing well at all at the time, due to the economy downturn. My wife got really interested, and she joined our leaders to go to the different centers and attend meetings while I was going about my own business. And if I'm not wrong, it was December 2019 or January 2020. We were promoted to sales masters. And to be fair, I was not involved at all. My wife was the one that was doing it. So finally, I had to close down my business. I went to drive private hire because I was told it was good money and I can bring in cash every day. So that's what I did. And like I said, I've done a lot of goal planning. We can even talk about life scenario. And I was not too serious about it. Because, I've been away from this industry for a long time. So until last year in October, my wife, talked to me about promoting to Diamond Master. That was the time I actually sat down, listened to her, and, talk about the business. So since we are in this business, I said, okay, fine, we'll do it together. I will come in, and we'll do it together as a team. Before that, it has appeared that even though I know I've forgotten what I needed to do in my life and what had happened and the feeling inside me. I did not want, I was a bit uncomfortable about sharing my life scenario today because I'm not used to talking about my problems. I'm not used to sharing about what is inside me. I would rather keep quiet than to, to talk about what I really feel about things. So, what I've decided that today I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. Okay. So, since I had to close down my company, so it was not a bed of roses. Obviously, we owe a lot of money, or should I say, I owe a lot of money, being the director of the company. Okay. Can we share the wheel, please? On the bottom, at 6 o'clock, this is how much my company still owe today, after I had paid some of them off. Simply put, I call it $250,000. $250,000. Okay? It's a fact. It's something that we have to do, and maybe I would, have to admit that I've been avoiding it. I have not been really putting in too much effort, to make a plan. So I did my calculation. In 6 years, if I divide it by month, I need almost $4,000 a month to pay this amount off, because there are interests involved. Now, there are also some of the amount in there that, basically, some people tell me you are a private limited company, you don't have to pay it off. But in my heart, I feel that everybody do what they do for a living. Even another businessman is trying to do a business to make money to feed his family and to feed his workers. So even though legally I might not be obligated, but I feel that I have to pay that off. I called them all one by one and told them that, even legally, the company can't pay you. I will pay you off personally. That is why I included them all in the $243,000. When my business got into trouble, I could not support my mom or my mother-in-law anymore. So I had to rely on my siblings, and even my mother-in-law, it will be my brother-in-law. So because they know about my financial issue, they got really tired. They got really worried. If you look at the 11 o'clock side, okay? I did not know how to really put it. So all I could write down, at that time was that I do not want my family to worry about me by June 1st of next year. I've done my calculation. Between now to June 1st, we have a good 6 months to go. Okay, so the rest of this month is considered discount now, okay? So we have a good 6 months to go. And I think, and I know it can be achieved, because looking at our network, looking at what we have on hand, I know it can be achieved. And how do I do that? Below of it, that's when I write, by starting to support my family, my two parents again, my mother and my mother-in-law, by giving them monthly allowance that, like we used to do. And most mothers, most parents, when you are able to let them know that I have this spare cash for you, they will feel better. I sometimes avoid the topic. I avoid phone calls. I avoid talking to my family, because I really do not want to talk about that amount that we have to pay. So that's why, but I think within 6 months, if I can solve the problem, that would be great. I think, I'll be happy also. Okay? A couple of things that I want to bring up. One of them, if you look at the 5 o'clock, your 5 o'clock. I think many people find it maybe a little bit funny, right? Why is there a Rolex down there? Now, because of my business, my wife had to give up her Rolex. And that's why this Rolex is very, very important to me. I told her that in time, I will buy you another better Rolex. It's not about luxury. It's not about luxury. It's a promise I made to her when she had to give up her watch. Okay? And of course, both our dream was to spend 7 days in Mauritius, even before when we were married. And today we have been married for 9 years. We still have not made it to Mauritius. So this is something that is in me, I know, and I know I have to do this. And of course, lastly, I would like to be an auto diamond master by December of 2022. So with that, I would like to I want to end my sharing. Thank you, everybody.